After a long wait, we are finally here. The Nintendo Switch 2 is real, and Nintendo officially confirms it and also gives us a glimpse at our very first Switch 2 game yet, and that is a brand new Mario Kart. Now, whether it's called Mario Kart 9 or Mario Kart X, whatever, it's a new Mario Kart, and you know what that means. We have to dive into what in the world the trailer showed us. Now, we only got like a couple of seconds to really sneak peek at the thing, but still, there's a lot of information hidden everywhere within this trailer, and including new information that you're definitely not going to want to miss out on. Now, thankfully, my dances can end. I don't have any more energy to dance, so thank you so much for hanging with me through all these leaks and rumors until we eventually got to the reveal. This is such a good feeling for all of us. We wanted this, we needed this so bad, so thank you guys so much. I might not be dancing anymore, but I have some new ideas for more things in the future, so definitely stay tuned for that. But please just make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Over 600 of you did the other day, and I can't thank you enough. Let's see how many exciting people we can get to subscribe to today's video for the brand new Mario Kart. Come on, it's a special occasion. But without further ado, let's dive into everything. Alright, for the first frame, we actually have the racers starting the race here, and you can see at the very bottom of the track, it says Mario Bros. Circuit with a Mario stamp on it and a route outline in green. You can also see from the overhead sign that this is indeed a new Mario Circuit track called Mario Bros. Circuit. On the left, you can see some type of pit stop or store or maybe even gas station with a little red car, and it also has an antenna on the back, which might signify that the antenna mechanic is making a return from Mario Kart 8, which allows you to stay on the track, which is mostly for newcomers and younger children to get more, accustomed to the controls and to the gameplay. This next scene, as the camera pans in, we can actually see the entire sign, and it is in fact a gas station. That's called Fire Flower Gas Station. We have some advertisements making a return, like Mario Motors sign, and also a new Luigi tire sign, which I believe has not appeared yet. And for the racers, we pretty much can identify all of these characters outside of maybe the last one, but I still do believe I know who she is. Going from the top all the way to the bottom of the screen, we have Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, Bowser, Yoshi, Rosalina, Toad, Daisy, Donkey Kong, Wario, Koopa Troopa, and what I believe to be Pauline, with her long brown hair and white gloves. Now, something else that's really interesting is that there's 24 slots in front of the start line. Yeah, 24, not 12. That's double the original amount that we could race with, which means we might be able to actually race with 24 total racers at once, which is extremely insane. And I think this theory goes even further later on in the trailer, but I'll get to that when I get to that. Also, if you notice towards the top where the racers are starting, there seems to be two different paths. One path that actually looks like it takes you kind of in a loop. I don't know if this is intentionally blocked off, or is there going to be a section where this opens up, but maybe it's just blocked off and just more for show, kind of showing you the little pit stop area, and you'll never actually drive in that direction. But if they take any inspiration from Mario Kart Tour or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's Booster Pass courses, then maybe this is something that changes lap after lap and you will eventually be able to go this way. In fact, you can see the sand path seems to actually go through behind the pit stop gas station area towards this area with umbrellas. So maybe there's a lap where we actually go through this area. Now we start to dive into the characters and their karts, and this is pretty interesting. This could just be simple kart design and there's not a lot going into it, but if you look closely, some karts seem to have some type of weird gimmick to them or something. For instance, Rosalina's seems to be on skis, where Daisy's seems to have propellers on the back, and I'm wondering if this could be an indicator of some type of transformational driving, maybe something to help them better with this track. Maybe there's a flying section or some type of skating section. I don't know, it's hard to tell, but it's definitely odd. We can also see all the racers do a short little hop before entering a drift. It just looks more fluid than normal. You can see the tires kind of stretch and pop up, especially on Toad's kart as he's getting ready to turn. Yoshi seems to be driving some type of new scooter, which actually looks like it's designed off of one of those push scooters that you stand on and you can actually control with the handlebars. Look how long the base is with the big tire in the back. It definitely looks like that. The rest of the karts are pretty basic and there's not a lot to dive into here. They still are kind of plastered with all types of logos and different sponsorship brands on them, which is pretty cool. For instance, Mario's tires say Red Shell on them, and also Luigi's windshield actually says says Spiny Shell across it, and Bowser seems to be driving a standard ATV cart. Something else that you might notice is that these character models look slightly different. They look more cartoony and more, you know, kind of classic if you ask me. They kind of remind me of the plucky art style that Mario Kart 64 used to have, and maybe even that of Super Mario Bros. Wonder, kind of changing up the designs of the characters a little bit, going back for that classic approach. Also in the background here, it seems to be part of the track that's going way up into the sky. You can see a giant bend where we'll probably have to drift all the way around to come back down towards the start, which is pretty cool. I love the way this looks, and for a Mario circuit, it actually looks like it's doing a lot here. This might be the path that leads us back towards the start, or back through that path that we saw in the beginning through that dirt path this second time around. We do have NPCs returning, which reminds me a lot of Mario Kart 8. For instance, we have a Yoshi in this little pit stop area that you can see. And we see other NPCs like Toads, a Sledge Bro, and even a Toad camera crew once again coming back for Mario Kart TV probably. In fact, we can see from the Mario Kart camera crew on the left that it is Mario Kart TV making a return. We can also see what seems to be either lights or speakers in the background. To me, they look like they could be lights, which could maybe indicate night and daytime cycles, or maybe things that you can change within the settings, which is something that I would really want, but they're probably just speakers. I'm probably looking way too into this thing. Once again, when we see the characters hop like Mario and Luigi, they just look so bouncy this time around as their face and body stretches along with the cart as well. Just more, once again, of a cartoony classic approach this time. We then can see Mario drifting by a diner sign with a route sign below it that actually shows what seems to be the track, and maybe it's that big loop we see in the background that it's actually showing in the picture. Then we get a look at some more character models, and we get DKs, which is definitely different. This DK model is actually based on the Super Mario Bros. Movie, where his eyes are drastically different and more of a classic approach compared to his modern version. Also, Princess Peach's hair is back to being down. Now this scene seems to have other racers as well. Behind Wario, we can see what seems to be Pauline again. Beside her, we see Baby Mario, and beside Baby Mario, we have Waluigi making a return. In the background of the turn here, we can see a sign that says Shine Sprite in giant holographic letters, which once again is a Mario Sunshine referenced brand that we've seen multiple times in Mario Kart 8 already. At the very start of the trailer, we get to see that same area that seems to be extended highway area, once again making me wonder if there's tons of different branching paths for different laps that we'll be taking, once again taking a page out of that Mario Kart Tour book. We can then see the characters go over a new type of boost pad, which seems to be all yellow, red, and pink, and orange, lots of colors there, and it seems to give the characters a new type of glow effect when they go over it, and of course boost them up in the process. But strange enough, we only see Mario get the glow in this scene, which is weird since Luigi and Bowser get to go over it in the trailer. You can see from the back of the cart they all get the boost and speed up, but for some reason Mario's the only one with that aura around him. We can also see what seems to be either another part of the track or just some extra road for detail that goes off into the background by the telephone poles, so maybe that's a different lap, or maybe that's just, you know, there for show. We then see a scene of them driving down this really long looking highway, and it's really long. I mean, it goes far off into the background, which makes me wonder, like, is this just one extremely long track? Like, what's going on with this thing? You can also see a dirt road that crosses through the track, so maybe at some point we'll be forced to make a turn somewhere. It's really hard to say, but also this road is massive. I mean, look how huge it is. It's 2 lanes going both ways, and it's just a huge area to drive in. All the characters are on one side right now, which makes me believe once again that this is in fact going to have 24 different characters. And of course we can see more traffic along the way. There's little cars and even semis driving down the road that you'll have to watch out for. And there's some extra stuff to explore outside of this base track as well. Also in the background with the giant cliffs and rocks, they're actually based on super mushrooms. As you can see, the top is like the top of a mushroom. To the left in the actual dirt, we can see what seems to be a ramp that leads you, I don't even know where, to some sign or something. At least it looks like a ramp, so I'm still not sure. You can see some traffic barrels, which looks like you can dash through probably with a mushroom, so that's what I'm guessing. You can even see a section on the right, it looks like we can drive through in the desert area, where there's actually guardrails out there as well, just completely widening this track, which means it seems like a lot of the tracks, or at least most of the tracks, are going to be huge to have all these 24 racers on. On the right, it seems like we have a burger joint that's called Yoshi's, and it's actually designed off of Yoshi. You can see where his mouth is, it's just like the top of a bun of a hamburger, which is pretty cool. And underneath it seems to be a little pit stop that you can actually drive in, or like kind of a little drive-through, and there seems to be an item item box or something glowing underneath it. Now, I was pretty determined to figure out what this is. In fact, I rewatched this about 100 times to try to figure out what in the world this could be, because at one hand it does look like an item box, but on the other hand, it looks like something bigger and better, more grand if anything. It does seem to be in some sort of cubed shape, so maybe it is just the new item box that just looks this special and weird. It's all orange and yellow and also has these weird aura lines glowing from the top of it. And not to mention, it has a giant smiley face on the front. At first, I thought maybe like a fake item box that somebody put down, but it wouldn't be this noticeable. You know what I mean? Like, clearly nobody would want to run into that. It almost reminded me that of the Wonder Flower, even with its little aura pulsating from it. So I wonder if it's something along those lines that could shake up or change up the environment or something. That could be the brand new twist for this Mario Kart. And it's also weird that this is the only type of item that we've seen from the entire trailer so far. Once again, maybe I'm reading way too far into this, and in fact it's just an item box, but I don't know. It looks a little too suspicious to me. And we get a couple more racers that we see at the bottom here, including a baby Luigi, baby Rosalina it looks like, and maybe even a baby Peach beside Waluigi there. It's hard to say. We see Toadette in the back, and what seems to be at the very last frame, a bit of some type of gray character or gray cart. This could be Dry Bones. Someone else online seemed to also point out a character that looks like it could be Goomba. Maybe this is just one of the babies and it's just a weird lighting thing, but it definitely does look like it from this picture. And I know this one's blurry, but I could kind of point out a giant white figure, which seems to be King Boo on the left, and what looks to be Birdo on the right, and something in between them that kind of even looks like a Piranha Plant or a Shy Guy or something. It's really hard to make out. In fact, this scene shows us even more characters and more details of the ones that we've seen already. We can see King Boo and Shy Guy beside each other. We can see Birdo, what looks to be baby Rosalina, even Lakitu shown off in this scene, and Bowser Jr. Now, from what I've seen so far, once again, this isn't confirmed whatsoever, but this seems to be the base roster right now for this new Mario Kart game from what we could pick apart from the trailer. Now, what's also weird is at the end of the Nintendo Switch 2 trailer, they actually show off one game that shows that it's backwards compatible between the old Switch and the new Switch, and that's Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Why would they choose this game? I don't know. Part of me feels like this game's kind of inspired the art style, maybe even a Wonder Flower on the track. This could be some type of Mario Wonder Mario Kart game, who knows? But that was pretty much all we got for the brand new Mario Kart trailer. There's probably still so many little details that you guys might even pick up on, so definitely let me know in the comments down below if there's anything else that I missed. Also, let me know how excited are you guys for this brand new Mario Kart game. Rumors are literally popping up online right now saying that this game is called Mario Kart 9, so whatever it is, I literally cannot wait. We'll learn more within the Nintendo Direct in April, but yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date on all things Nintendo Switch 2 and the new Mario Kart. It feels so good to be able to say that, but thank you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. See you guys.